welcome to Storytelling Night. Today, are here to have a wonderful telling stories. Just know, the goal isn't to be the best, but to share. Any story will any story will earn you $200 per person. Yippee!
Nice. Maybe we should open with invocation to great spirits.
Oh,
Mm.
I'm new to this, so I'm gonna have to follow an example. Oh no, you're gonna say it, not you.
Hear us, great spirits, hear ancient powers drawing near, claw and feather, fang and stone, guardians of the root and bone, from the ridge and cedar crown, from the ash and pine call down, come in thunder, come in flame, we call each sacred name. Great spirits walk the night, circle us in firelight, fang of truth and heart of snow, bless the earth and let it grow. Great spirits, take our cry, lift the smoke up to the sky, stand among us fierce and free, old ones of eternity. When the rivers run with oil and rot, when the weak are made to kneel beneath the clang of iron wheel, where the towers bruise the sky, where the engines drown the cry, let your howling cleave the dark, let your breath leave spirit mark. Great spirits walk the night, circle us in moon firelight, fang of truth and heart of snow, bless the earth and let it grow. Great spirits, take our cry, lift the smoke up to the sky, stand among us fierce and free, old ones of eternity. Lost may rise them and fire dins but embers glow, guide our feet where dawn will grow. If we wander, call us home, if we scatter, let us roam, only where your footsteps lead, far from hunger, fear and greed. And when our final fire burns low, take us through the pines we know, let us hear your voices near, ancient guardians, clear and clear. Great spirits walk the night, circle us in moon firelight, fang of truth and heart of snow, bless the earth and let it grow. Great spirits, take our cry, lift the smoke up to the sky, stand among us fierce and free, old ones of eternity.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
So you singing?
I love listening to you sing, Merlin.
It's
Yes.
also quite a
Me
quite a
too.
That was really
story.
good. That was really good.
Nice. Why is
Two,
that
two, three, two.
lucky?
Thank you.
Okay. I thought it gave, you know,
Not about like this. Seriously? No, sorry.
I thought it gave you flavor.
There may or may not be a cougar coming at me right now.
Spicy kitty?
Is that Edgar?
Oh. Yeah, apparently.
Hello, hello.
Mhm.
Howdy.
Abigail says she has one.
You said Cooper is coming?
There was a cougar
We
following
just
me. I think
started.
someone
Cougar.
put
Cougar. I
there.
thought you said Cooper.
Must have run off.
All right.
Abigail says that she has a story to share. I hope I do it justice. I won't do it in a funny voice. I'll respect my voice. That does make it more entertaining.
A little bit.
Why am I standing?
Well, you're telling a story so you could. Well, Abigail's feeling standing.
You're standing so you can project.
Long ago in Ireland, there was a lonely spirit called the Banshee who wandered the hills at night. People said he appeared before death in certain old families.
No. Welcome, Kiona.
Some described her as a pale old woman with silver hair, while others swore she looked like a young and beautiful dressed in gray with tears running endlessly down her face. One stormy evening, a farmer returning home heard crying near the river, and the sound was unlike anything. Sharp, sorrowful, and full of grief, hidden behind the trees, he saw a woman combing her hair. Terrified, he remembered the old warning and ran home without speaking a word. The next morning, news spread through the village, and his elderly mother had passed away peacefully during the night.
How sad.
From that day on, the farmer never mocked the old stories again. Whenever the wind carried strange cries across the fields, the villagers quietly closed their doors before the dawn. Most people think of the banshee as evil spirit, but it's not. That's interesting that you mentioned that, darling, because, yeah, usually when I've heard stories about banshees, it'd be like an evil, like, like undead lich or something. Banshee is a spirit. They are a protector of the old Irish bloodline. When someone in these families is close to death, the banshee appears or cries out. A sorrowful wail called a peony. Am I saying that right, darling? Peony? He, um, um, he hung.
Ni hao.
Guess that's Gaelic. Their scream is not meant to kill people. Instead, it serves as a warning and
Where
a
do you
guide,
see Cletus, Fiona?
and as a guide between the
Up ahead?
worlds. This is a story I wanted to share. Anyone else? Or who would like to go next?
I can go next. I got a story that my dad used to tell me from his time in the Texan wilderness.
Sure, take the stage or take the spotlight.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right. He used to always tell me this story
It might be Cletus.
of, as they called it, El Muerto. So apparently, he told me back when it was a little bit more wild back in the 1850s in the South Texas brush country, there was an outlaw man named Vidal. And he made his money, I guess he made his livelihood off of stealing horses. Terrible thing. Well, he would always try to strike on new moons. You know, it was nice and dark out. So one moonless night, he was going to try and rustle a few horses off of some Texas Rangers that were stationed out there. They caught wind of this. He managed to sneak off with a few of them, but they caught wind and they tracked him across the plains there for 2 or 3 nights before they finally, holed him up in a little lean-to out in the West Texas. And in an effort to try and punish him and warn anyone else that would go about this type of work, well, they cut his head off and they lashed him into the horse, one of the horses that he had stolen, and they tied his head on there as well and sent the horse off into the night.
Oh dear.
Yeah. That story sort of spread afterwards in an attempt to try and strike fear into the hearts of would-be follow-up folks.
Interesting,
would,
like a deterrent. Ooh.
Exactly. So that we'd have no more that would act like Vidal. However, just as that story spread, another one did too, of a figure called El Muerto. You'd have cowboys, travelers, and anyone else that was kind of going through those long, uh, stark West Texas areas, they would recount that on moonless nights, when it was very dim, a lot of times they would see a man, a figure riding a horse, sort of swaying in the saddle, a headless figure. They say he haunts that area now, El Muerto.
It's an interesting story. That's scary.
That's my little fireside spooky West Texas El Muerto.
Nice.
To cut his head off and do all that. Wow.
Yeah, listen. Hey, they're rough and tumble out there in the West Texas Plains.
I was going to say that. So these are Texas Rangers?
Well, this was, legend had it this was about 50 or so years back. They were a little bit less civilized back then, I guess, carrying out their duties as some of the law folks
Well, I
today.
guess it was a little bit maybe crazy as before the Civil War.
Sure.
It's pretty good story though.
Thanks.
I have a story from one of my scrapped books, if I can do that one.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Of course.
anyone's free to go next.
Alright, am I gonna start?
Fine with me.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright,
Yeah, we can hear you.
okay. The old hunters around Moonstone Pond used to warn travelers never to answer their own voice in the woods. In the autumn of 1903, or last year, a trapper named Elias Boone vanished near the black water beyond the pond. The search party found him 2 days later, hanging upside down from a pine branch, drained pale as candle wax. There wasn't much blood beneath him, just wet footprints circling the tree over and over, like something had paced while feeding. After the burial, Elias came home. At least that's what his wife believed. He arrived after midnight, soaked from the waist down, smiling too wide beneath the brim of his hat. He spoke softly, almost perfectly, but every sentence came a second too late. As if he was listening as if he were listening to someone repeat the words inside his skull before saying them aloud. He refused to eat dinner with his own wife, refused to even go near any form of light, and even refused to remove his gloves. Then, the animals around the ranch and house began screaming that night. The Boone family dog randomly disappeared. Chickens that were around the coop found flattened against the coop walls as they died from panic alone. And every morning, Elias looked healthier, rosier, and fullier. His wife noticed the smell first: pond water and iron. One night, she woke to whispering downstairs as Elias was standing in the dark kitchen, facing the wall, but another voice whispered back to him from the corner. Same voice, same breathing, like two Eliases speaking at once. She lit a candle, and Elias turned around way too quickly. His mouth was wet with blood, and his eyes, he still hadn't learned how to blink. She fled into the woods barefoot, hearing him call after her in her dead father's voice, then her mother's, then finally her own. The thing followed at a walking pace the entire time, never rushing, just mimicking and practicing human vocals. When the townsfolk searched the woods the next morning, they found her near Moonstone Pond with every ounce of liquid in her body gone. And standing beside her was her smiling husband, dry as bone and asking what had happened. The townsfolk burned him alive before sunset, but the fire witnesses swore something climbed out of the flames on all fours after the screaming stopped. Something thin and something slimy. For years afterwards, campers and hunters near Moonstone Pond claimed they would sometimes hear their own voices calling from deep within the trees at night, always begging for help, always a little too late between words, and always mimicking their own vocals.
Very nice. Listen, I live near Moonstone Pond. I don't know if I want to go over there now.
It's just a little scrapbook idea. I was like, I at the time I loved mimics. I loved the thought of there being a monster that would mimic people. Honestly, it creeped my bones.
No,
So-
yeah, no, that is creepy. That's great.
It
Very
kind of
nice,
sounds like
very
the Poe
nice.
Blick monster. It's like a half man, half goat, lures people out on the train trestles as they get ran over.
Hmm.
It's over there by Blackwater.
I can sing something more. I have a story about the fire spirits that fell in love with mortal woman. And he gave his fire gift to the tribe of the woman. And he was walking with those people as mortal. And when his children and his beloved wife started growing old and dying, and he wasn't changing at all. He was nothing for the time. His heart broke, and he threw himself from the highest waterfall and poofed into mist that looks like it has fire closed in every little droplet.
Before the hearth, before the spark, before the cold new human hand, there walked a flame across the dark, a bright and proud and restless brand. He crowned the hills with summer's breath, he split the trees with crimson tongue. He feared no frost, he bowed to death, for death had never stung. Oh, ember bright, oh, wandering flame, who can bind the fire's name? At sunset low by falling water, love will claim the fire's sun. By shallow sea where amber lay, where sunbeams danced in liquid gold, there walked Ad Sila one warm day, fire blossom wise and bold. Her eyes held dusk and morning both, like resin lit beneath the tide. She saw through heat, she saw through oath, she saw the flame inside. Oh, ember bright, oh, wandering flame, who can bind the fire's name? At sunset low by falling water, love will claim the fire's sun. He came as man with smoke soft skin, with laughter warm as summer rain. He laid his burning power thin and spoke of love, not flames. 3 full months she watched his tread, 3 times the moon was born and gone. Then Ad Sila raised her head and laid her condition down. Give us fire to warm our young, give us flame for bread and light. Lay aside your blazing tongue, walk as mortal in our sight. He broke himself like cedar wood, he poured his heat into their hands. The tribe rose strong with fire and food, new light across their lands. He wed the one with amber gaze, their lodge rang bright with children's cries. He counted years like summer days. Beneath her changing eyes, her hair grew pale as a winter ash. Her breath grew thin as autumn air. Time struck the earth with silent lash and left him standing there. He watched her fade, he watched her sleep. He watched his children bend with age, while he remained untouched and deep, unmarked by time's slow rage. Oh, ember dim, oh, lonely flame, who can bear the fire's name? At sunset low by falling water, grief will claim the fire's sun. When heartbeats thundered sharp with pain, he climbed where tallest waters fall. The sun was sinking red as flame beyond the canyon wall. He leapt into the roaring white, into the river's cooling breath, and burst to mist of ember light. In love, in grief, in death. Oh, ember bright in silver air, drift where sky and water share. At every dusk by falling water, love remains the fire's sun.
Very nice.
That
very
was
nice.
wonderful.
That was nice. You're a good dancer.
That was good music too.
All right, yeah, let's hear it, Ed. Bo, Abby's poking you.
I'm sorry.
All good, all good. I think she's got a story she
sorry.
wants you to. I think she has a story she wants you to narrate for her.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Hello, brother.
Hey,
Sorry for
Howdy.
interrupting.
sit down and enjoy the story. On a cold Irish night, a stable boy named Eamon was returning home when he heard the sound of wheels creaking along an empty road. The moon hid behind the clouds, and the horses in the nearby fields began screaming and pulling against their ropes. Then he saw him. A tall figure, headless, rode through the night on a massive black horse whose skin glistened like wet coal beneath the moonlight. Its nostrils smoked in the cold air, and its eyes burned with a sticky yellow glow. Every hoofbeat sounded heavy and hollow, like a coffin being nailed shut far away from the dark. The rider himself was headless, dressed in rotting black armor, and a long cloak that dragged through the mud like a spiraled shadow beneath one arm. He carried his own severed head, pale as a corpse flesh. With stretched lips locked in a horrible grin that reached nearly to its ears. Its eyes rolled constantly in every direction, never blinking, searching the darkness as though nothing alive could hide from it. The smell around him was unbearable. Damp earth, grave rock, and stagnant water. In one skeletal hand, he held a whip made of human spine, its vertebrae clicking softly whenever he moved. The carriage behind him creaked with rusted iron wheels, and old legends claimed that it was built from a coffin wood and decorated with bones, polished, smoothed by time. Worst of all was the silence that followed him. Crickets would stop singing, dogs whimpered and hid, even the wind seemed to die when the tall figure passed, as though the world itself held its breath in fear of what being noticed next.
Jag tycker det.
His name? The Dullahan. The rider held its own rotting head beneath one arm, its dead eyes wide open, its grin stretched ear to ear. In his other hands was a whip made from a human spine. Terrified, Aemon hid behind the stone wall and prayed the creature would pass. But Dullahan suddenly stopped in the middle of the road. Slowly, the severed head turned toward the boy's hiding place. A voice, like crackling wood, whispered through the night, "Fine." The next morning, villagers found the stable boy dead behind the wall, his face frozen in terror, while the muddy road nearby carried the mark of the carriage wheels that led nowhere at all.
I'm starting to notice there's a trend of a lot of headless individuals in some of these stories that have made their way around all these times. Yeah, I get that. That's a fun one to go to bed to.
Oh dear, what, your mother told you that when you were a child? Oh dear.
I mean, at that point, you might have not been sleeping. You might have just passed out of fear,
Yeah.
unconscious.
Or just stayed up.
It worked very, very fast into me going to bed and hiding under the covers. I can just imagine.
Well, I've enjoyed the stories. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming. Have a lovely day.
I think the kitty has a story.
Oh, we have another spirit here. Nice.
We do. We found genocide over on the hill when we were ogling Ivy's new baby horse,
Mm.
and Dad was trying to break its back.
I was not trying to break its back, okay?
The kitty tells stories.
Ivy is still very upset with you. I can feel it
That's an
emanating
interesting
off
story.
of her.
I like the part where the cat went meow.
Oh, okay. Meow, meow. Oh, yeah, yeah.
How lovely.
Interesting.
How spooky even.
Oh. Oh,
Oh
wow.
my.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. What a big one.
thank you for sharing.
It was a good story.
I agree. Thank
A
you.
very,
Best
very good story.
genocide.
I could not say it better.
Nice.
Anyone want to go next?
I have one more song, but I can make space for others.
I guess if no one else wants to go, I can do a story.
You
Go ahead, Bo.
Barnaby's grin faded, and the campfire suddenly seemed a whole lot dimmer. Jenkins thought he got away scot-free with that gold, he muttered, his voice dropping to a low whisper. But greed does strange things to a man. Jenkins spent every dime of that treasure on fine whiskey and silk shirts, but he couldn't shake the chill in his bones. He grew paranoid. He stopped sleeping. He swore he could hear that ghostly pickaxe swinging rhythmically inside its own chest.
There you go, genocide.
Barnaby
Deserve a little
learned
treat
so
for that
close to the
story.
flames, his face looked like a carved skull. Driven half mad, Jenkins dragged himself back to that abandoned mine to beg the spirit for peace. He crawled deep into the pitch-black shaft and collapsed on the stone floor. The air showed the ice, and the green skeletal vapor swirled out from the dark, laughing a horrific, rattling laugh. It didn't hold a pickaxe this time. It held Jenkins' old canvas sack. Jenkins wept. Take the gold back. Just leave my soul. The skeleton leaned down, its icy breath freezing the sweat on Jenkins' face, and hissed, "The gold is already gone, partner, and a deal is a deal." Barney suddenly reached out, snatched a charred black stick from the fire, and sudden movement throwing wild shadows against the trees. The next morning, the townspeople found Jenkins lying in the mine. His body was completely hollow. His chest was stuffed to the brim with gold heavy nuggets where his heart used to be. The end.
Oh,
Very nice.
this
Very nice.
this has
That
very
was
strong
cool.
moral.
Very spooky.
Can
I
you
feel
Google
like that's
cat
how.
magic as a story, or was it making a comment?
Probably commenting.
It's a very chatty catty.
Best kind of cuties.
Are you complaining?
No, but it seems like this he has a lot to say.
No, it's okay.
Genocide can be very chatty.
Oh, the Dillo is here.
Well, if anyone else wants to give a story, the mic is theirs. Abigail asks, "Has anyone else? Poppy, you must have a story." I would think so, since
I
she's
don't
Miss
have
News
any,
Lady.
like-
She gets all the gossip.
You don't have any
any,
ghost
like,
stories?
Scary story.
Nothing's. That
Maybe
doesn't
if I
have to be a ghost
press
story.
the press
It doesn't
armband,
have
she
to
might
be
get a
scary
story.
story. It could be a
Oh,
story
I gotta
about
think of a
a
good one.
lesson in mystery.
Dad, I can press her armband right now. You just tell me when.
Do it.
I gotta think of a good one. You gotta give me like 5 minutes to think of a good one.
That's a long time.
Nuh-uh.
Abigail said, "Nuh-uh."
Oh, okay. I can tell a story. So,
All right.
Okay. So I was in Saint Denis on a Friday night, and I had just stopped at the Bastille to get a flute of wine, so I was kind of a little bit tipsy. And I'm in the tailor shop, and I'm getting myself a new dress. And this man and woman come up to me, and they're like, "Can we borrow you for a couple of seconds?" And I'm like, "Oh, of course," because I'm thinking they want to take me as a hostage. And there was nothing out of the ordinary about these people. They were both well dressed. They had matching outfits. I assumed that they were both a couple. And so I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cute. You got a couple on Friday night doing robberies. How adorable." And they're like, "We're gonna need to tie you up." And
Oh,
now
hello, Silence.
I've been hostage a couple of times, and I've never been tied up and taken a hostage, so I probably should have realized what was going to happen, but I didn't. So they put me on the back of their horse, and they start riding me, and they say they're going to take me to the Lemoyne Fort. Now, I've been in Lemoyne a long time, and I didn't know that there was a fort that could be robbed by people. So I'm on the back of this horse, and I'm trying to ask them questions, and they both just stop responding. They're not saying nothing. And they take me out by Elysian Pool, by that little town, I think it's called Beavers Creek or something like that. And they take me over there, and I'm getting a little nervous now because I'm not seeing anyone else around, and I'm like, "Guys, this ain't, what are you robbing?" And the man just turns to me and he says, "Your soul." And now I'm like, "Oh, what do you mean?" So they take me in this little cave. No, it wasn't. They take me. I genuinely don't know who it was. They take me in this cave and they start kind of taunting me. And I'm freaking out. I'm yelling. I'm not being the nicest I could be, I'll admit. And from the shadows, tell me why 5 people come out of the shadows. All of them are wearing animal masks, but their animal masks are all they're all messed up. Like, they're all bloody. They got they got like pieces. One of them is a pig head, but it's got like one of the ears missing, and there's like blood running down its face. And I'm like, what do y'all want with me? They're like, we want your blood. And I refuse because I'm not going to give my blood to 6, 7 strangers I'd never met before. And they say, oh, well, if you're not going to give us your blood, then we're going to take it. And I'm like, no, 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 you can't do that. And they start saying, well, fine, we're going to leave you here to rot. And I'm trying to sweet talk them. I'm like, guys, come on, we can all be friends, we can all be friends. And they're like, you have to give us your blood willingly, or we're going to perform a ritual on you. And I'm like, oh. So I'm kind of back against the wall here, and I'm like, okay, y'all can just take a little tiny bit. And I specifically tell him, y'all can, slit my palm a little bit. Just take a little bit, and that's it, and I'll be on my way. And this man crouches down and cuts the entire front of my forearm. I still got the scar from it. They take not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 vials of my blood. And then they leave me there. They walk away and they leave me there. And I don't know who they were. I don't know what they were with. I don't know what they were. But that was definitely one of the more odd things to happen to me for sure.
That's gonna be one of the craziest things I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm. It was scary.
Yeah, you got to keep your eyes peeled for those slick dress kind types.
Mhm.
They'll get your defenses down.
Yeah.
That's when they
You know,
strike.
it wasn't just like
Yeah.
that you were sleeping and it was a nightmare.
Well, because I still got the scar. So unless I like scratched myself up in my sleep or something, I mean, I still got it.
Some ways it might be even spookier if it was a nightmare. Maybe
Oh, that's a good
these
point.
were
Yeah.
spirits. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was a
Well,
little tipsy. Maybe I just imagined it all.
I mean, I
Well,
smoked
thank you
this
for
one
sharing
gay
that, Buff.
cigar
Yep,
where I
that's
thought I was
my-
a duck for 2 hours.
You were a duck for 2 hours.
I thought I was a duck for 2 hours. It was strong.
Oh my goodness.
But people are like, "What are you doing in the water boat? Get the hell out of there!" And I was like, "Whack, whack, whack."
Oh my gosh, you were fully wow.
Oh my god. Quack, quack, quack.
Maybe one day I'll have an experience similar to that. The closest I've come to a spiritual experience was actually earlier today. It felt like I was falling in the sky for about a half an hour. I felt very light, though. Eventually, I landed on my own 2 feet, though. And here I am, safe and sound.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
good. I had a dream like that too in the the speakeasy in Van Horn, like the underground fighting ring. I had a dream I was falling through the yeah. I had a dream I was falling through that, but then I woke up and everything was okay.
I tell you what, that's a pretty spooky place.
We all may have had a
Those
dream
tunnels.
Like that.
It is. Those tunnels are scary. The first time I went down there, I got so turned around. I had no idea where I was. I had to send a PO to my friend and be like, "Help! I don't know where I am."
Yeah, that would happen if someone had a apartment in Blackwater that was not a walk-in, and if you left it, yeah, weird things would happen. You would be out in the middle of the ocean, yet you're underneath Blackwater.
Gino knows you said you had another song. I'd love to hear another song. That first one was beautiful.
Of course. So now will be a story of my life.
remembers of a crow hatched in a far land's cold, with down too pale for storm or hunger, and eyes too wide for the world they told. She learned the wind by watching bars, iron close where no sky rang, a gilded cage with borrowed stars, and a song that was not the one she sang. Fly, little crow, when the dark is near, for night is kinder than a lie well spoken. The cage may shine, but the sky is clear, and wings are made to be broken open. The cage was fed with honeyed breaths, with careful hands and vows of gold, but wire still cuts and wire still bends the will of those it dares to hold. When the storm came hard and stole her cry, and the nest lay empty, torn apart, she struck the bars till blood met sky, and carried the night inside her heart. Fly, little crow, though the cost is borne, for silence kills more sure than thunder. Better the dark that you choose alone than a bright winged light that tears you with thunder. She fled with ash upon her feet, with a name shed like a broken feather, and crossed the land where roads run thin and fate walks light in all weathers. There she learned the talk of root and stone, the way dead leaves still teach the spring, and found a call not meant for one, but for all the lost who listen in. A mother not of blood nor birth, but of breath and patient flame, taught her the weight of watching earth, and how to carry a wilder name. The crow grew sleek, her feathers turned black as night and sharp as stars, each scar a place where she had learned that broken wings still travel far. Fly, black crow, with your eyes held true, for you have seen what cages cost us. The dark has taught you how to move, and the sky itself now knows us. She found a tree with roots held deep, where many perch who do not share blood, but oath and silence watch and keep, and guard the thin paths where spirits flood. No bars there stand, no songs are sold, only wind and branch and chosen kin, and a crow who knows the dark can hold what the careless light would never win. Rest now, crow, on the shadowed bough, not bound by cage nor torn by weather. You are not alone, you are home now, with those who choose each other, feather to feather.
That was amazing.
Wonderful. Very, very good.
Thank you.
My goodness. Yeah.
Good job.
I always thank you for your music, Myrtle. So
Oh.
lovely.
Thank you for annoying the shit out of us. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Actually, thank you for annoying the shit out of Invictus.
Oh yeah. That's one of my jobs in the tribe, you know.
I loved it.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
fantastic.
I tell you what, things often move real fast around here. It's nice to sometimes just sit by a fire and enjoy things slowing down a bit, you know?
Yeah.
True, true.
Good times with good company.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, do we have any other stories? Anybody else got one that's come to mind?
Abigail's also asking, does anyone have another story that they'd like to share?
Don't be shy, especially if it's got a headless figure in it. We like those around here.
Oh,
I mean,
Virgil, Abigail's calling you out.
I mean,
Yeah, Virgil.
we've told many of our stories through the trail rides. I can read out one of those.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
All right. Then I guess we can talk about Mamoon. All right. So, a long time ago, which most of you might know, that Shadowbark is in service of the spirits, and we try to learn from them and gain their respect and teach other people how to respect the spirits. And one of those spirits that we were trying to make a connection, make contact with them, was Mamoon. Mamoon introduced herself as Mamoon the Wanderer, which she is a mammoth, and she loved exploring. And when she talked to us, this is what she said: I was not born when the world was young or old. There was no cataclysmic events happening. No prophecies, no war, no corruption. Life was just life. And I didn't want to miss a thing. My first memory was the scent of pine. I guess that's why I returned home before I fell. I can still remember the way the light reflected off of the snow, creating color beyond my comprehension. Fuzziness faded quickly. Blurred edges became sharp and in focus as I took in the world around me. Birds fluttered from branches to branches. As my focus narrowed to their movement, their colors, how the light bounced off of them. I knew I caused my mother strife, but I didn't care. I was too busy tracing the pattern of life itself, watching how every action I took had a reaction. Time passed, but my curiosity never faded, until one night I gave in and followed the river near my herd to find out where it went. I never returned to my family, but I saw so many beautiful things this world has to offer, from tangy delicacies in the swamps to touching little clouds atop the mountain. The world was mine to explore, until inevitably age got to me. I could no longer wander, and my mind turned to those I'd left behind. I found myself back where I was born, surrounded by the spirit of my herd in my last moment. I lay here still, Mamoon the Wanderer. So she really loved wandering, exploring, seeing the world. That's why Mani carved a carved her spear out of the leg bone of Mamoon, so she can still wander, but with her this time. And from time to time we visit, we encourage people to go visit and tell their stories. Since she cannot move, the stories can move toward her.
Whoa,
Mm-hmm.
that was
That was
wonderful.
lovely, Dad.
Thank
We
you.
love you, Momo.
This goes to show, like Shadowbarks are not just a regular tribe. It's very complex, lots of layers.
True.
Hmm. Actually, I have one more song.
Are you calling Shadowbark an onion?
But we are not
Onions
that
are good.
smelly. I mean, not counting Invictus, of course.
Onions are amazing, though. That's the thing. They add flavor to
Onion,
everything
yeah,
they're
onions
included
good.
in. I will hear no onion slander at this campfire. Huh?
I second that.
I only like really buttery, like hot onions. I cannot eat them raw. I refuse.
Oh, caramelized ones. Oh, good ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you know that a
Caramelized ones
Vidalia
are the
onion has
best.
more sugar than an apple?
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah, when they come to season, people can just eat them like apples. They're the sweetest of all onions.
Nice.
But they only have a very small grow period, so not all supermarkets have them.
Short period of time to get the sweet onion.
Mm.
Yeah, where they grow down in Georgia? Georgia Vidalia?
All right, we're going to be treated with another song.
Of course.
I love it.
He was warned in every village that there was a ghostly beast, and that she had pups that had grown hungry and they needed to eat. He was told that if he finds them, he'll meet his end that night. But he came to hunt them down under the veil of the northern lights, and the moon hung in the sky, just a crescent like her eye. As she stood on the riverbank with her white fur like the snow, her red eyes like a flame burning through his soul. And they say that they heard howling on the night the hunter left, when he buried the young in the earth, and in the snow and in the rain, and the mother of the younglings ran back to the river bank, where the wind, it made a whisper, and the stars were looking blank. The blood moon hung in the sky, just a crescent like her eye. As she stood on the riverbank with her white fur like the snow, her red eyes like a flame burning through his soul. So the hunter knew he was hunted, so he ran down to a cave and he hid. It was the last place spirits seen him alive. People don't know what he did. They found his lifeless body near the riverbank, where the water made a whisper and the stars were looking blank. The blood moon hung in the sky, just a crescent like her eye.
Bravo.
Again, absolutely amazing.
Fantastic.
That is wonderful. We didn't
Fantastic.
just get one song. We got 4 songs this evening.
I think you're gonna get 5. Myrtle, do you want to
That's like
sing
a-
Breath and
We
Bar?
got like a little mini concert. That's really
I
awesome.
can.
Gotta
Okay.
get you down to the Corrigan and play at the Corrigan.
Are you ready?
Of course.
We learned each other's shadows first. What makes us bold? What makes us stay? Who keeps the watch? Who mends the bone? Who finds the words we cannot say? One knows the roads that never show. One hears the truth beneath the lie. One carries storms in open hands and knows exactly when to cry. None of us whole on our own. Every fault a needed seam. This is the pact we don't explain. We don't carve it into stone. It's spoken once, then carried in the marrow, in the tone. If power is knowing where you stand, when the night decides to test, then we are bound by chosen blood, and we are stronger than the rest. We don't march in perfect order. We don't answer to one call. But when the ground starts splitting open, we are there before the fall. Some of us were made to lead. Some were born to guard the rear. Some just know how to stay breathing when the fear gets too near. Every voice a different fire, every silence understood. This is the pact we don't explain. You either hear it or you don't. It's the weight behind the promise. It's the pull that says you won't leave when leaving would be easier. Break when breaking would be clean. We are held by what we give away, not by what we've ever been. No crowns, no ranks, no chosen one. No debt we didn't choose. We stand in a circle, shoulder to shoulder, with nothing left to lose. If one of us forgets their name, we speak it back aloud. Not as a command, but as a truth. We're allowed to be proud. This is the family we forge ourselves from the scraps they wouldn't keep. 1,000 different broken skills, now sharpened, now in reach. If neither ever asks our price, let it come and see. We are not alone, we never were. We are many, we are weak. Say it loud, say it once, then carry it not loud but sure. The world doesn't need to know our words. We sealed them in breath and bark.
Good job, everyone.
Boing.
All right.
Thank you,
We made an
Myrtle.
accidental cuddle pile.
Welcome. Cuddle puddle. What? Oh.
Great.
That's fantastic. You guys are amazing.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Well, this has been a good time. I got to tell you, I've had the full gamut of experience today in county, and this is a nice one for the evening. I'll tell you that.
I always love it up here at the lands. It's always calm and nice. One of my favorite places to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate you guys hosting us out here for this. This was fun.
I still search for the shield. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Usually
Well, Abby, did you have anything you wanted to say at all?
thank you. Oh really? Thank you.
I gave my story. I don't have any more I can think of.
Yeah, this is all me.
No, not more. I didn't come prepared. I came for stories, not to tell them.
That's fine. Listen, it's like a take a story, leave a story circle. You know.
Exactly,
You did good.
exactly.
You did good, Poppy. You did good. You did good.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Ow!
And
I
now
didn't mean to
she's
do that. I'm
attacking.
so sorry.
Oh my god.
I just get congratulated that you bopped me in the face. Oh, Jesus.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
Okay. Ow.
Damn.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I was trying to open up my pocket.
Ow. And the snosh.
Here, what's your number? I can give you a free cookie.
Ooh, cookie? 165.
There you go. There's a free cookie.
Yay. I like cookies. Thank you.
Abigail wanted to tell everyone thank you for coming to this amazing event. I want to point out we do these events for all of you. Thank you all for coming, and don't forget to check the upcoming events in the magazine. And yep, the new magazine's gonna be coming out in like what, a week and a half.
You're pretty soon. I was going to say you guys had mentioned a trail ride. I would love to set one of those up. I've always wanted to catch one of those. It's just never worked out time wise for me. I'd love to.
Oh, what, you don't have one in the
set up a
magazine?
trail ride. We don't have what?
We have a trail ride coming up, I believe, don't we, Dad?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you guys want to let us know, I would love to pub that, and I'd love to tag along. That'd be fantastic.
Hell yeah.
You need to get the date fixed.
Trail ride, but we need to fix the date.
Wonderful. Well, once we get that put in there, we'll pub that. And like I said, I'd love to come along. But again, thank you guys so much for hosting us.
Yes,
and
thank
for
you
the
so
lovely
much.
music and the
Yeah,
stories
welcome.
and all that. It's much appreciated, you guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you for,
thanks for putting this together,
coming
Edgar.
over here.
And
All right, well, I'm going to go hide in the dark room to develop these photos. But thank y'all so much. This really was so much fun.
You're welcome.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks for showing up. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Oh wait, Poppy, hold on, Poppy, before you
Yes.
run off, Poppy,
yes,
Poppy.
yes.
You still dancing over there, Kilori?
Don't judge me. I meant to think about essay, but I didn't go high enough. in the
You
thoughts.
were too lost.
SA is for amateurs. Z muscle is for the legends.
Yay!
Only when I'm dancing, and that time I wasn't meaning.
Cuddle puddle.
Cuddle puddle. Oh, wrong
Cuddle
way.
puddle.
It's time for cuddle puddle. And
One of
it's
the
Sunday.
biggest cuddle puddles I've ever seen.
Ivy. Cuddle puddle. Oh my god.
Nice split silence.
By the way, I just a reminder, it's Sunday.
Is this the pile? All right, I'm joining the pile.
This is a cuddle puddle.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a
I'm
cuddle
in.
puddle.
I'm in the cuddle puddle.
Welcome.
It's very warm. It's nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh god, I think hold on. I think I'm on top of somebody. I can't breathe. Hold on. Here, I'll adjust. There you go. I'll give you a little space.
You landed directly on her.
The pony has to join as well.
Here, I'll be well. That's a little bit too far. I was gonna say I'll be cuddle puddle adjacent. Here, I'll get a little closer. Oh god,
Your
falling
own
towards
cuddle
the
puddle.
fire. Not
Cuddling all
not
yourself.
intended.
Careful.
As long as you're not in it, you're fine. Oh, hi.
Yeah,
Ignites
I'm hugging
everyone.
my leg.
yeah. The cuddle puddle can quickly turn south if I get too close to this fire.
He's the
Becomes-
fuse, we're the
We
bomb.
can arrange that.
It becomes a cuddle tragedy. No.
Oh.
Should we fix that real quick?
Tragedy
No,
puddle.
no.
Dad, not that way.
Well, it was fun.
Well,
Cuddle puddle
I-
session has been dismissed.
the cuddle puddle. Cuddle
I
puddle
wanted to
completed.
Well-
it was just fire, not dynamite, you psycho.
I
Well,
mean,
thank you guys
it's
again
still
for hosting.
fire.
I do appreciate that so
Yep.
much.
Just
You're
I'm going to
welcome.
be heading
fire,
out.
that'll
I've
probably
got to
kill
go
somebody.
meet with some folks, but this was a good time. Thank you guys. And
You're
like I said,
welcome.
when we get that trail ride scheduled, I'm looking forward to that as well. So,
Hell yeah.
alrighty, you folks have a good rest of your evening. All right,
You
Yeah,
too, be
likewise.
take care. Take care.
safe. Okay, whose birthday today? Where's Nikki?
Nikki, wait, should I summon him? You want to
I
give
mean, it's
him this
his-
birthday candle?
I mean, it's his birthday, and I have
Yeah.
a candle, you know.
It was yesterday. It was yesterday.
I mean, it's still today for today, so. I haven't been to sleep, so.
Okay, I
think it's
will.
still
I
today.
will think very intensely. Wait.
It's alright, I can give him a late birthday. Don't wake him up for that.
Duty calls, I gotta go.
Don't! Myrtle,
Somebody's
don't.
done been hurt.
Uh-oh.
Don't focus, Myrtle. Don't focus. That's
focus.
that's
Wait,
that's
Chloe, was
something
that a
that
Goyo in
nothing.
green?
What?
No, the goya's
Oh,
not
okay.
that small. What do you mean? That
I was like,
guy's
did you
I've
shrug?
met him a few times.
Who the fuck is he?
His name is Ricky. I've met him a few times. He's a friend. He must have heard
Oh.
about the stories and came.
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
I kinda liked his outfit.
It's my horse.
Hey,
It's
I'm
very
glad you
uncultured horse.
came on it.
Oh my god.
When he
Really?
came here on his horse, it looked just like the horse he should have. It was quite cool.
Mm-hmm. Wait, actually, is Ivy a horse trainer now?
I
Yeah,
guess
he
so.
became a horse trainer again, what, yesterday or the day before? It was real recent.
Ivy! Ivy? Ivy? Ivy, I need horse. Abby, did you enjoy?
Yes, Kiana? How much do you need?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
Unfortunately, it was not like at a time where most of
Yeah.
our members are awake, but like
How much is it to make
it's
one sheet?
still
I'll grab
more
however
than
much you need. I
what
just don't know how
normally
much it
is
is.
around the land at this
Yeah,
time. So it was
usually
nice.
I'm asleep at that time too, but
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
special
2
day.
seconds, I'll grab it for you.
Hell